podcast you're about to listen to is from a book series on post-qualitative, new materialist, and critical post-humanist research. I'm Karen Barad and chief editor of this new Routledge series. You can find it on the following website, www.postqualitativeresearch.com. This chapter is from In Conversation with Karen Barad, Doings of Agential Realism, edited by Karen Barad and Vivian Bozalek.
My name's Theresa M Giorza, and I wrote chapter 5 called A Marking Time, Marking Bodies, Relations Matter. So I wanted to talk about the effect that Karen Barad's visit had and continues to have on the way that I relate to academic research and writing. So finding the non-representational in the tools and in the undoing of representation is an irresistibly tricky but enchanting quest for me, feeling as I do like a bit of a lost or lapsed artist in a maze of trans, intra, post disciplinarity and all its possibilities for education and education as responsibility. So that's what I wanted to do, but actually what I have to share with you is more like a ramble around the disjointedness of time and the impossibility, you can hear the slash, can't you? The impossibility of ethico-onto-epistemological becoming. And there'll be a verbal footnote or two, perhaps. When was that workshop anyway? You know, how many years younger was I? 1, 2, 3, 4 years? Lockdowns and living online seems to have done something to time. But it also feels so close, like it's still going on, that workshop of 2017. And we're back there in a way today among our company of inquiring souls, listening in our different ways to the poet, philosopher, physicist who came over to meet us and to share their insights, their seeing with. They were meeting us and the universe halfway. And now some of us are halfway through reading the universe, halfway again on a Monday morning at 7 a.m. So there could be a footnote here with a link to the reading group. Always already feeling that we could never be enough. The power of the weight of the horror always present, and our carrying on as usual, never being enough. Karen's questions unanswered, hanging in the air, and making more questions. Boom, a shattering moment in 1945 that changed everything. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, the tale retold of the Hibakusha returning to the site of the creation of that bomb and the testing ground. The radioactivity at work still in the DNA of her grown child. So how is a law like a bomb? How to notice the impact of a moment, a waking moment in 1913, Sol Plaatje's waking moment when everything was tainted with the taste of the horror. Slavery by all or any other names, tangibly coded in words on a page. Sorry. Racist bombshell, shrapnel, hellhole, apartheid persists in all or most of the chapters in this book. And apartness widens in Gini proportions. Footnote, Gini coefficient, named after the statistician who came up with the idea of measuring inequality. So it becomes fall apart date. What to do with 350 Rand a month as an emergency grant? It's a joke with a straight face, no laughing matter, with life and death consequences. So when is the next scheduled load shedding anyway? And for whom is it going to matter the most? So ending with a quotation from Barad's 2010 Quantum Entanglements and Ontological Relations of Inheritance. Science and justice, matter and meaning are not separate elements that intersect now and again. They are inextricably fused together, and no event, no matter how energetic, can tear them asunder. They cannot be dissociated, not by chemical processing or centrifuge or nuclear blast.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. If you would like to know more about this chapter, please visit the website www.postqualitativeresearch.com. And please stay tuned for future podcasts.